Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope you've had a great day. I've had a great day. I just came back from church making a little promotional video for a Bible study that I'm going to be teaching on Wednesday nights starting August 11th at church. Anybody can join in on that too. It's going to be available through Zoom. I'll be giving y'all more information about that on the Shibby Show. If you are on Facebook, please say hello, just like Lynn Vance just did. Thank you, Lynn. If you see the share button, bottom left-hand corner of your screen, if you're on a phone or an iPad, and we would love to send this information out. This just gives people that aren't members also an opportunity to see what their membership is all about. So please share that. And if you are not a member and you are watching this and want to get a membership, you can get a membership at www.shibbolethdeals.com. Shibbolethdeals.com. Right now, we have a membership that is $69 for a lifetime, and that is a limited number of memberships available at that price. So go ahead and grab your membership and you can have the full food library, the full restaurant library, the full recipe library, and hang out with us tonight because we're going to see how to make grocery store and add things to the grocery store and play around in the recipe library tonight. Hey, Rachel on Facebook. If you are in the Zoom room, hello. And look, so many of you have figured out how to set your chat. Awesome. Okay, so when you're in the Zoom room, we like for you to find your chat button, and then we want you to click where it says all panelists and then choose the option for all panelists and attendees. And I'm just so glad that Nicole and Teresa and Dawn and Rachel and Connie are here with me. Hey, Connie and Rachel, hello from Cartersville, Georgia, driving to pick up her son again. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Nicole from Kennesaw. Awesome. Glad you're here with me. Let's see. Hey, Gina on Facebook. I need to relearn some things. So I'm watching, sister. I love it, Gina. That's exactly what you do. You just come back and you learn more. You get it in your mind again. Hey, Diane, Columbus, Mississippi. I need this tonight. Yes. Thank you for sharing, Diane. I understand that. Y'all, we have things going on morning, noon, and night because I can tell you, we need the motivation a lot of times morning, noon, and night. Okay. Once you learn how to do this, it is easy to do this. Choosing to not give in when you want to, or if something's going on in your life, that's the part that we've got to start modifying. So once you learn what to do, you know what to do. But then it is making yourself apply it. That makes it work. Application makes it work. All right. Hey, Nikki, can't wait to see this one starting tomorrow and hit the store today. Oh, it was a struggle. Yeah, sometimes, see, this is what I want you to think about. Whenever you get a new recipe from anywhere, whether it was before Shibboleth or not, you had to go find those new things in the grocery store. Where do they have this? What aisle is that on? And then if you like that recipe, you just get no problem throwing that stuff in your buggy. But then, just like Shibboleth, it's kind of like you've got to go on a scavenger hunt. You need to see it as an adventure. See it as an adventure when you go into the grocery store. But I'm pretty bad at seeing the grocery store as an adventure, but I am giving that advice because I do think it's valuable. Today, I wanted to find McCormick's steak seasoning called Montreal, the McCormick's Montreal steak seasoning, because there's a restaurant in Ackworth, Georgia, that makes these hamburgers that I just think they're so delicious. And I keep commenting on them to the owners. And they say, oh, we just used McCormick's steak seasoning called the Montreal. So I went and bought some today. And it was on sale. You could have bought 3 of them for $5, but I only bought 1. So it was really, really good. Yes, Nikki, you're going to have to look at this as a nutritional adventure. Okay. Nutritional adventure. But think about this. Once you've found the things that you like to buy in the grocery store, it will just be the new thing that you put in your buggy. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it, Gina. And Diane says, yum too. That's awesome. But now sometimes, Nikki, you might go, let me buy this bread, and you might not like the bread. Well, then you're going to have to take a second and find a new bread, that kind of thing. I have also found that when I make this one recipe that I like, that will when I buy bread, which isn't all the time because it doesn't get used up very quickly at my house. So I buy the Sara Lee 45 calorie. And I was making this, if you write this down, y'all. It's called Best Breakfast Casserole. Very, very good. Good, Nicole. She heard that seasoning is really good too. It is. It is very good. Um, so I'm hoping it makes my hamburgers taste like the Center Street Tavern's hamburgers. But the so then I went to the store one day to purchase the ingredients to make Best Breakfast Casserole, and they did not have any Sara Lee 45 calorie bread in on the shelves, but they had the Nature's Own Life, the keto flavor, which is a oh good, Nikki, I'm glad. She says that she uses that Montreal seasoning for her burgers and it can't be beat. Awesome, good. So they didn't have the bread I normally buy, and so I bought another kind. Well, I actually like that breakfast casserole with the Nature's Own Life keto better than with the Sara Lee. I think it's because the Sara Lee is kind of thin and light, and I like that. But with that breakfast casserole, it's good to have that thicker bread soak up all the egg whites. So it really did. Yeah, Dawn likes the Nature's Own keto bread. And the first time I tasted it, it wasn't my favorite, Dawn. And that's why I keep sticking with the Sara Lee. But then I knew, I was like, okay, it's approved. But now that I've had that in the breakfast casserole, I'm thinking, okay, anytime I make breakfast casserole, I'm definitely buying that Nature's Own keto bread. But just see all of this as an adventure. What new nutritional nugget am I going to learn this week? What little new thing am I going to incorporate into what I eat in my menus so that I can have fun and lose weight and get healthy all at the same time? So just see it as an adventure. Okay. So tonight I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go over lap 4. And I am not going to go in the exact order here. I'm going to change this up. I'm going to this second task first. Okay. The reason I'm going to the second task first is because I want to show you that we have to create a grocery list in the system. And you don't even have to use the grocery list in the system. I just think it's pretty cool to be playing around in the food library and the recipe library and pop things into a grocery list that you can then print. I think it's pretty cool. But you could really make your grocery list on any paper you want to. But this is a really great learning tool, and it gives you the opportunity, like I said, just to put things right into the grocery list. So just as a reminder, this video right here is a tutorial video. It's only 12 minutes long, going over all of that. Let's see. Nicole, yes, you can go ahead and learn tonight. Now, if you don't understand something tonight, though, don't say, I don't understand this, because Sunday and Monday are really the ones that you want to, they teach you the lifestyle. So I would say to hang out with us because it's interesting, but I'd need for you to go back and watch Sunday and Monday night for sure. Yeah, because those are the real ones. Yes, good. Okay, good. Because you're going to pick up some of the things that we say. And what's kind of fun about coming in, yeah, I love that Dawn says, welcome, Nicole. That's so sweet. When it's kind of fun to come in because you're like, okay, what is she talking about? What is she talking about? It actually makes your brain have to think a little bit harder. And then when you go back and watch those, you're going to go, okay, that's what it is. And it can help. So I'm glad you're here. Just hang out with us. Okay. So to make a grocery list, in order to add foods to a grocery list, the grocery list must be created first. If you shop at multiple stores, this is a good time to create a grocery list for each store. So I'm going to click this link. Now, some of you guys have been signing up as a Fast Track member, and the Fast Track members don't have access to all of the really cool things just because the Fast Track membership is just a little toe touch into the water to make sure that we are real, that we do what we say, and that your $69 is going to be worth it. Your lifetime membership would be worth it, okay? But you don't have access to all of this stuff if you're just the Fast Track member. All right. So right here, that lists all of my previous grocery lists where I can go in and just update a Kroger list. I can delete a Kroger list. If I wanted to click on this Shibboleth list, I can. Oh, if I want to click on the Shibboleth list, oh, that's interesting. Maybe, oh, the update is giving me the opportunity to change the date on it. And okay. But if I wanted to update it and add things to this list, I simply just click on the list here, and then I can click add grocery items, or I can look in there and see what I had in my Shibboleth list. There are certain things. Okay, let me start off by saying this. There is nothing to purchase from Shibboleth. Um, Diane, I'm sorry I missed what tab did you click? I'm clicking tab number 2 where it says create a grocery list. It's the second task in lap 4. I hope that's where it was. But so there is nothing that you have to purchase from Shibboleth. But what I do want you to know about the things that we sell, these really are there for convenience because they're specialty products that we find fill a void. They fill a chip void. They fill a cookie void. They fill a Pop-Tart void. They fill a cereal void. You're welcome. They fill these voids that we miss. And they fill a Rice Krispie treat void, these types of things, a hot chocolate, stuff. We put it all into one place just because they aren't easily found out at grocery stores, and it's really just a convenience thing. But you don't need anything from Shibboleth in order to do this lifestyle. You can literally get everything from the grocery store. But I buy lots from what we affectionately call it the Shibby shop. Now, if you're in person in Kennesaw, you can come to the actual shop. Otherwise, you can go to the store online. And Gina says she loves the Shibby shop. Hey, Dana, I'm glad you're here. And Patty will be glad you're here too, Dana. And then Gina says hemp bars are her favorite. Hemp bars are delicious. So I kind of have one going a lot that I just want to add to the Shibboleth list. Now, if I didn't live near Kennesaw, I would go ahead and click store, and I would have a cart running all the time if I didn't live near there. Once I got $30 or more in my cart, boom, I'd order. And let's see, Dawn, good. That's awesome. You'll get to meet Sherry if you come during the week. And if you come on this Saturday, I'll be there and Kristen will be there. So, and we have class at Saturday at 10 if you want to come. And then you can see I got an Ingles and a Kroger and so forth. But look at this one little grocery list I made. I call it might want to try. The reason I created that grocery list is because when I'm playing around in the food library, hey, Angela, glad you're here. I might want to try something. I throw it into my might want to try list because it's not an emergency. I don't need to buy it right away. But when I'm in the store, if I want to pull up my might want to try list, I can say, what's in here? And I might try to get it. So that's what I do with that. And then I put all the ice creams in one. That way I can just pull up my little grocery list on my phone. That's not an app thing. That's a mobile friendly website thing. You can pull it up on there. And then I even just for the heck of it was playing around and made grocery lists just named for recipes. Now you don't have to do that. I don't know if there's a point to doing it or not. Hey, Angelia from North Carolina Mountains, glad you're here. And I did respond to you in via email, I believe. I hope so. Okay. But what we do to create a grocery list is we simply click this green button, add grocery list. You pick your date for your grocery list and you just type in the store that you want to shop in. I'm just going to put Kroger because it's just on the corner. But let's say that you also go to Publix. Okay, let's say you also go to Publix and just for the fun of it, let's say also you want to make an Ingles one. Okay. Because sometimes you're going to find things that are sold at different stores and you might want to plan your little your route around that. And then if you shop at Walmart, we actually have a recipe library section in our digital cookbook. That's kind of like a digital cookbook, our recipe library, called 99% of the items are found at Walmart. So if you only want to go to one place, that's a good place to start looking for recipes right there. Okay. So right now, I've created my grocery list. That is simply that task. So I'm going to come right back over here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to uncheck these just so I can show you that. I've come back over here. I have now created a grocery list. That's all this task is asking you to do. Create a grocery list. Click. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to familiarize ourselves with the recipe library, okay? We're going to search the recipe library for your favorites, a database built by our Shibboleth family. As you are exploring, please heart each recipe you might think you like to try. You think you might like to try. Hearting the recipe adds it to your personal favorites, which can be found in your My Journal tab or in the My Favorites tab in the recipe library. So if you were with me last night, we were looking at the food library and it has the same thing. You can heart things that you might like. Yeah, Dawn. Dawn says, I feel like I heart everything. Hey, that's not a bad thing because then you have your list of things that you want to try. And if you find out, okay, I don't like that one, you just simply unheart it and it comes back out of your favorites list. So it's never bad to have a big list of things that you want to try. That's what will make it fun. Like, let's say that you are like, okay, I want to try something new this weekend. Go to your list and make that be the nutritional adventure that you have on a Friday night or a Saturday or a Sunday. So we're going to play around in the recipe library. I love to show how this is laid out just so that you can make it work to your benefit. So there's 8 small pictures right there that you're seeing. Those 8 small pictures, when you hover over it, will give you what it is. That's the oatmeal muffins. This is Easy Sloppy Joe. This is Easy Crack Slaw. This is ranch pork chops, and so forth. Ooh, I might need to make those. But look, it says maintenance only, maintenance only. Chicken spread, eggplant parmesan, and a velvety butternut cinnamon smoothie. Interesting. Now, just keep in mind that a lot of these things go in there because members have asked us to put them in there. So if something sounds yucky to you, just say, okay, somebody liked it. Let me check it out. But right now, what I want you to know about these 8 pictures is that it will not be the same 8 pictures you come back to on this page when you come back to this page. So if you think, ooh, ranch pork chops, you need to jot it down, write it down, or if you're on your phone, screenshot the name of it so that you can go back. Because when you go back, you can type in the name right here. Okay, so right now I want to write down chicken spread because I'm interested in that one, and Easy Sloppy Joe. I'm going to write those down. And then what was this? Oh, eggplant parmesan. Okay, so when you're working with a website, that just means this is a dynamic page. Dynamic means it changes. Static means things would stay the same. These change. So never expect that it's going to look the same. And I want to have forewarned you because if you come back, like right now, if I refresh, new pictures. Okay. But if you go off the page and come back, it changes your picture. So I just want you to know that if you see something, ooh, I want to make Prody pizza bites, or I want to make the #1 carb quick chicken and dumplings, write it down. Okay. Okay. So let's read this blue area. Select filters to use our weight loss meter. Use the meter to search for recipes that are ranked -3 for most efficient. So if you're brand new and you're hearing me talk about these little filters, just know that you're getting some future knowledge when you go back. And this is kind of like being in a movie and then you go back and they do a flashback. Your flashback is going to be Sunday and Monday night, okay? -3 for most efficient fat burning, and up to a +3, which are still approved but are not the best for fat burning. Use the sliders on the chart to choose a meter range. For instance, if you want to see all the options that are -3 to -1, you set your range for that and then you hit set. Okay, so we're going to use those in just a second. Let's see, Betsy, be sure to rate the recipe after you try it so you know how much you love it. That's a great idea. Yeah, me either, Dawn. Yes. And Nicole, those recipes did look really, really delicious. Okay, so over here on the right-hand side, you can click my favorites. If I click right there, These are all the foods, and it takes a second. Don't be a happy clicker, okay? Once you know that you've clicked, pause and wait and let it generate because it's pulling up a lot of data. Okay, so these are all the things that I have either decided I want to try or I've hearted. This, I really want to make this bread pudding. We need to write that bread pudding down because I need to put that in a grocery list for myself, a serious grocery list for me. Okay, so there you go. There's my favorite recipes. So I'm just going to click my back button right there, and it took me back to that page. Do you see how the pictures changed again? And then right here, if I click this button, filters, it's going to give me these filters. Now, these filters are different than the ones last night. So they don't have gluten-free filter and all that. So you'd have to check out those things in each recipe. But the recipe library is divided up by cooking for 1 to 2 people, cooking for family, crock pot recipes, recipes with a few ingredients, and no bake recipes. And then there is your weight loss meter. So basically, where we are right now is the full food library. And if you just kind of wanted to say, let me see what the best of the best is, I just set that to all -3 recipes. Now it's going to pull up, like I said, don't be happy clicker because it's got a lot of data to go through. Now it's all the -3 recipes. At this point, I would kind of look right here. How many people have taken the time to go back and say they've hearted it, and what did they give it as the average rating, like Betsy was saying to do? That's awesome, Nicole. Me too. Me too. She says she loves the 1 to 2 people option as a single person. That's really great. Yes. Because then you can make it for 2 and have another meal. And then, so 171 people have hearted Amy's Easy Chicken Cabbage Soup, and it's got a 4.7 rating. The basil lime grilled chicken, 324 people have hearted this. It's a -3 on the weight loss meter, and it's got a 5 rating. I went to the beach with some friends in June, and they made that for dinner. And then this is 185 people have said they like the berries, yogurt, and hemp flakes parfait, and it's got a 5 rating, and so forth. Okay, so I just want to show y'all how that works. Now, remember last night in the food library how I said not to use the green button that said add a new food because it's got a backup in it, and Kim Shibboleth can manage it better in the Shibboleth Fixed It group? That's not the same way with the recipes. So if you have a recipe that you want to add, you click here and it will take you to a spot where you simply put in the recipe name, put a picture. How do you think we get all those pictures? People take them and they put them in there. You list what type of food you're calling it. You put in the cook time, you put in the prep time, you put in the preheat time, and now you could leave the serving size alone, because we would kind of look at all that data for you, and we could probably even do some serving notes. But if you got serving notes, put it in there. We can edit it if necessary. Put in the description, and then here's the ingredients, and then you can choose like I'm not sure what that was. Oh, okay. You put the quantity here, and you can click the grocery store item from over here. You can add more lines, and then you put in the step-by-step directions, and then you click save. Once all that's done, Kim Shibboleth will have a look at it, and then she'll let you know if it will work or not, and if you needed to change something. So always list it how you think it could work, how you think it could work. Oh, glad you're here, Brenda. Glad you're here. And then right here, you'll notice that there's a search bar for, let's say you're wanting to look for a not mighty muffin, meatloaf. Maybe you want to look for meatloaf. You could just type meatloaf in and then hit the search. Now, just as in any cookbook, it is organized typically by some type of section. So this is the sections right here: appetizer, breakfast, condiments, desserts, and so forth. A divine day, just to kind of give you a clue as to what that means, because I don't go over that in Fast Track. It's a little bit advanced topic. A divine day is a day where you are having a perfect Shibboleth day, but you are eating all whole foods, organic, non-genetically modified, etc. That's a divine day, but it's just a perfect day that's clean and all that good stuff, okay? Underneath over here, you see where it says recently added? These are recipes that people have recently put in to the recipe, to add a recipe. I got to check this one out. Rebecca's Drop Biscuits. Let's check this out. Rebecca's Drop Biscuits, 2 cups of Carb Quick, 2 tablespoons of 0-calorie spray, 2 tablespoons ghee butter, half a cup of egg beaters, and then roughly 1 cup of fat-free Fairlife milk until texture is doughy how you like them. Mix all the ingredients, spoon out enough dough for 12 biscuits, bake at 350 degrees for 18 minutes or until lightly browned on top. Serving size 1 biscuit. It's a category 1 and 2. It says these biscuits are high in fat, so they are best served with category 1, 1 plus 2, 7, or 7 and 2. Now you'll notice that since it's high in fat, you're not going to put that with a category 3 or 5 or 6. That's not listed there. Yep, so there's a recipe right there. And if you wanted to make that recipe, you can heart it or you can put it into your grocery list. As a matter of fact, let me show you how to do that, because that's one of the tasks in there. And since we're exploring the library, we might as well go ahead and do it at the same time. So I'm going to click right here and I'm going to say I'm going to get that stuff at Ingles and I'm going to add that. So everything I wanted for this recipe, it popped all of those things into my grocery list. Let's see. Oh, I love those Mighty Muffin cookies, Dawn. That's great. And Anne says, I apologize. What's the weight loss meter? Okay. So you know how we have 7 categories of food? That's a way to categorize food based on their nutritional value and how they respond in your body. The weight loss meter is basically another way to categorize food, which are the best for weight loss and which are best really for maintenance. So the weight loss meter goes from a -3 to a +3. 0, right in the center, not going to help you, not going to hurt you. Negative numbers are better for weight loss. Positive numbers are better for maintenance. Now, if you have one occasionally in weight loss, not going to hurt you. You'll still be an EFB. You just wouldn't want to do that every single day, 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. But it's just another way to categorize foods according to which ones are best for weight loss. Great question. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so I kind of showed you all of those things. So let's just go back to the main view of the recipe library. See, the pictures changed again. But I want to come down here and just show you that also, how each section is right over here. You can look at appetizer right there. You could simply click it right there if you want to. Or if you just want to scan with your eyes the names of the recipes that are there, you can do that too. And if you keep scrolling, you'll eventually come down to the breakfast section. And you keep scrolling and you'll finally come down to condiments and different things. So if you want to go to the section, you can go to the section. Like, let's go to 99% of ingredients found at Walmart. Okay, so now that I'm in this section, it's really running the range, right? It's running the range from all the different types of foods. But I want to see what's the best of the best in there. Let's just put this at -3 to -1. Do you see how I did that? I took that slider ball, I slid it over to the range where I wanted it to be. And do you see how that black box is popping up showing me the ratio or the range? There you go, range. Then I hit set. You've got to hit set. And now it's pulled up everything that is -1 to -3. And you can kind of just scroll through there. And let's have a look. Well, this is real popular. Easy, better than Wendy's chili. So let's click on that. Okay, so there's a picture. 339 people have said that they liked it. It tells you what to get right there, gives you the directions, the description, the serving notes. And look at the comments below. you need to make sure that you've scanned or you've looked at these comments if there are there, because if you, let's say that you make something and you didn't read the comments and it was too salty, and somebody comes back in and says, hey, I'd cut the salt. If you don't like salt, cut the salt. You know, it's just nice to see those little comments that other people may be giving you a idea on it. So if there's comments, go ahead and read those. And then let's just say we want to add this to our grocery list. I'm going to add it to my Ingles grocery list, and we can get that. And it's a -2 on the weight loss meter, which is great. Look, I can even print this. You can print these and put these in a 3-ring binder, 3-hole punch them, put them in a binder in your kitchen, which is great. Okay. Now, just for the fun of it, I want to look up something that I looked up earlier. So it was chicken spread. Chicken spread. Okay, so let's kind of look. I like it when I look it up like this too, because then it kind of gives me the details on it if they're filled in. Now remember, this is member entered data. So if member hasn't entered it, we don't have the data. So it's a main dish. It's a -2 on the weight loss meter. 43 people have hearted it and nobody's rated it yet. Now that doesn't mean they don't like it, because people don't come back in and rate everything all the time. Let's see, 4 ounces of canned lean white chicken, 1 tablespoon of light mayo. And it particularly says Hellman's there. You could probably still just use any light mayo. Lemon juice to taste, and Mrs. Dash seasoning. Combine all the ingredients in a bowl and serve alone with celery or category 2 crackers or on a bread as a sandwich. There you go. That's super simple. That is super simple. I actually send this type of thing to lunch with my son. Okay, so now I'm going to look up Easy Sloppy Joe. Okay, well, look, the words sloppy Joe were actually in 2 things, or easy and sloppy were in Joe. So we pulled up both. Now we've got a -1 on the weight loss meter. We've got a -2 on the weight loss meter. This one has 281 likes. This one's got 164, and this one's got a 5. You know what? That's the one I would go for. So I'm going to click that one. And then it's got 1 6-ounce can of approved tomato paste, 1 pound of 96% lean ground beef, half a cup of water, and then Sloppy Joe dry seasoning. I like to read these serving notes. Category 1 plus condiment. This can be added to a bed of lettuce for a Sloppy Joe salad. Y'all, I do hamburger salads. You know how you do chicken salads? Like somebody will cook you a piece of grilled chicken and cut it up. When I go to restaurants, I'm like, give me the burger, no bun on my salad. And that's what I do. Add to your category 2 bread for a sandwich. This mixture could also be placed in a category 2 wrap with lettuce. If you're adding it to bread, to keep it a -2 weight loss meter, choose a bread that has a -3 weight loss meter, like Joseph's 50-calorie pita, a 50-calorie tortilla, or just use 1 50-calorie slice of bread or half a bun. See, I love these details. How would we even know these details? See, Kim Shibboleth, she does all of that, which is amazing, absolutely amazing. So, you know what would be really fun? If anybody wants to help me encourage her, go into the Shibboleth Fixed It group and just leave a GIF or a picture and say, thank you for all that you do. That'd be really fun. She likes that. Okay. Or I think she would like it. So this is good detail. And it just really depends on how low of a weight loss meter meal are you trying to have. So this is kind of like playing golf. You know, in golf, the lowest score wins. So if you have a -3 breakfast, a -3 lunch, and a -3 dinner, you know, you're doing really good on that day for your fat burning. Now, but don't be over obsessed with it either, because if you get over obsessed with it, that's no fun. You know, so I just want to let you understand how that works, okay? All right, so Sloppy Joe, I'm going to add that to my list. And then I really, really do want that bread pudding. I really do. I had it at the beach. They made it at the beach. It was so good. And so 5 slices of dry category 2 bread torn into little bits. This is Lewis Healthy Life bread. Any category 2 bread will work fine. We got a cup of water, vanilla protein powder. It shows you max muscle. I would use Beverly Ump because that's what I've got in my pantry. 2 tablespoons of ghee butter, half a cup of sugar substitute. It's listing stevia there. Half a cup of Walden Farms calorie-free pancake syrup. I think any for calorie-free pancake syrup would work. A third cup of egg whites, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, and 0 calorie cooking spray. And then let's come down here. Recipe makes about 4. A fourth of the recipe is approximately 185 calories, blah, blah, blah. Serving up to half of the recipe. Somebody wrote, this is delicious. Serving size is half of the recipe. What I want to know is, so it's a dessert or a snack. Okay, so that's a snack. This is how I'm assessing this because it didn't flat out just say this is a snack. So do you see how I kind of scrolled back through to see? Right here, it's a snack. So that means I can have 1 snack in a day if I wanted it, and I would eat a quarter of the recipe as the snack. So that's kind of how I deduced that. Connie, I would say that I don't know. You might want to ask Kim Shibboleth on that, but I think butter might make it taste good. That's probably why they used it. You could try it for sure. It's not going to hurt you to take it out. It won't hurt you to take that out, but I don't know. It may affect the flavor. I'm thinking that's for flavor. But if you take it out, I don't think it's going to hurt it. It won't change it. It won't make it worse. I mean, it won't be like, ooh, I should not do that. It's not going to work like controlling insulin wise. So, yes. Awesome. Good. Okay. So I think I added that to the grocery list. If I didn't, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now we're going to go back to the fast track. So now that I have familiarized myself with the recipe library, I'm going to check that box. So I'm going to come down here, and I already have done this. I want to read this, but I've already done it. Add a recipe to the grocery list. Y'all saw me doing that. This is so cool though. Each recipe required ingredient can be added to the grocery list with the quick click of a button. Once the recipe has been opened, you'll click that green add to grocery list button, and you saw me doing that. So we've already done that. Once you've done that, just check that box, okay? And now I'm going to look at this one. Add a food from the food library to the grocery list. For practice, pick any food item from the food library and add it to one of your grocery lists. Adding a food item to a grocery list can be done from 2 places. It's in the food list. It's the last button to the right of the food item listed. And once you've opened a food item, it's the green button that looks like a list. Now, for Nicole, I think Nicole that had just joined, you need to take the fast track quiz and pass it before the full food library, recipe library, and restaurant guide are open to you. So if you're doing this and you aren't seeing all that I was seeing, it's just because you haven't taken that test yet. Okay. So just let you know that. Okay. So I'm going to click right here, and it's going to take me to the food library. Now on Monday night, Tuesday night, I went over this. So I'm not going to go back over this food library right now. This is just to show you how to add it for the grocery list. But on Monday night, I told y'all that we were going to talk pastas. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to look up pasta because in the list on that Monday night webinar, it said that you could use whole wheat pasta and whole grain pasta. Well, I just want you to know that there are better pastas available to you to use than just a general whole wheat pasta or whole grain pasta. So the first thing that I'm going to do is look at all these things that have got the word pasta or have been attached to pasta. And when you see that blue button at the bottom that says show more, you click it. Okay, so that's a lot of things that can be used as pasta. You know what? You don't need thousands of items. You just need a few. And so what I'm going to do though is I want, good. Connie says bird's eye veggie pasta is great. Good. I'm going to take this and I'm going to bring this down to -1, -3, because I want that range of what's the best. So I'm filtering out anything that's 0 or above. So now look, it's made my list smaller. I like this. I want to start off with a smaller, better for me list. Now, what I can do is I can simply just read these names and then I can see, okay, this is a -3 on the weight loss meter. I can heart it if I already know I like it, or I would highly suggest when you're in the food library just to heart things that you think you might like to try so that you don't lose track of them when you're looking around. 77 people have come in here and said they like this. And if I want to add this to my grocery list, I can. I'm going to click grocery list. I know that this is only sold at the Shibboleth store, so I'm going to put it in my Shibboleth grocery list. So the next thing we've got here is the carbonara pasta. It's a -1 on the weight loss meter. I've hearted it. 296 other people have said they like it. And if I want to add it to a grocery list, I can do that. I want to click here and do a little lesson on this pasta. Because do you see right here when I open this up and it tells you the category? Look, it's a category 1, category 2, and category 3. It's a 1, 2, and 3. Now, when you see something that has multiple categories or multiple uses, we're talking about categories right now. When it's multiple categories, that means it's got enough lean protein, enough fibrous carb, and enough energy carb in there to be all of them. So really, that's a proper combination. You could just eat that by itself if you want to, because 1, 2, 3 is a proper combo. But here's where I want you to think about this. If you want to eat this and you want to put some meat with it, which category of meat are you not going to use? Which category of meat are you not going to use? 4. That's right, Connie. We're not going to use a 4. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Dawn. Awesome. Awesome. Y'all are doing great. That's right. We're not going to use 4 because 4 is a protein plus fat. We don't eat protein plus fats with energy carbs, fruit, or superfoods. And because this has energy carbs in it, you don't have it with a 4. But you can pull meat or protein from a category 1 or category 7 if you wanted to. Or you could just eat that by itself and not have any. It's okay. Put some approved sauce on there. All right, so we're going to go back. And I want us to look right here at this, the Explore Cuisine Organic Black Bean Spaghetti Pasta Noodles. Okay, they look weird because we're not used to seeing black noodles, okay? But I gotta rate these. They're great. They're great. They're a -3 on the weight loss meter. And let me say this, if you start feeding your children this when they're young, they won't know the difference, okay? They only know the difference because they have always seen the other color. So those of you that have little kids, just go ahead and start buying better pasta, okay? But look right here. This is a category 1, lean protein, and a category 2, fibrous carb. So this is a lean protein and a fibrous carb together because that means it has enough nutrition in it to be a lean protein and a fibrous carb. Texture is fine. It's fine to me. The texture is fine. I like it better with a little bit of salt on it. I like a little bit of salt on that. This is also a gluten-free product too. So if you wanted to put a meat protein with this, you can pull it from any of the categories because this is a 1 and a 2, which is great. And did you see there's 2 links right here, find in our store and find on Amazon. If you want to buy it from us, you click the green button and we love that. If you wanted to get it from Amazon, you click there and then you can, whatever else you add to your Amazon cart, Shibboleth will get a little 2 to 4 cents on the dollar for that, depending on whatever the item is. I find that anytime I'm going to buy something on Amazon, I click through a food library link to Amazon. That way Amazon knows I came through Shibboleth and will give Shibboleth the credit for it. But even if I don't put that item in my cart, that's okay. Let's say I just always use Mighty Muffins, but if I don't put Mighty Muffins in my cart that time, because I usually buy those from the store in Kennesaw, I just click through to Amazon through the link, and then I'll put in whatever I'm buying, put it in there, and Shibboleth get a little bit of credit. So I want to click right here on this one. This is the Explore Cuisine edamame. Okay, so I didn't really think I wanted to eat edamame. I've just never been much of an edamame person. But people brought me some and said, here, try this. I like it even better than the black bean one. Okay, so Connie, I even like this one better than the black bean one. And if anybody's concerned about the color, it looks closer to the color of regular pasta. So this is a 1 and a 2 as well. So you can use that. It's a -3 as well. Okay, and then have a look down here. When you scroll down, you're going to see any recipes that have been linked. And right here, this Travis spaghetti is wonderful. Good, Dawn. Good. So do you scroll down? You see any linked recipes? And then look, it says where to buy. Now, this is member entered data. 2 people have confirmed that you can find it at Sprouts. If I wanted to say that I know that you can buy it at all Shibboleth stores, I'm going to click there and that'll show up. Okay. So now that we've added, did I add anything from the food library? Anyway, you can add it to your grocery list from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that. And then the last task on here is just to check out your created grocery lists. Each grocery list can be customized before going shopping. When a full recipe is added to the grocery list, it adds every item needed. You may already have some staples at home. When you look at your grocery list, you can edit the items you do not need to purchase at the store. Notice how each item in the grocery list is listed by category. Isn't that amazing? Now, this is like we have layer of learning on top of learning on top of learning, because we want you to enjoy what you're doing in this nutritional adventure that you are going on. It's like having a treasure chest. Good, Nicole. Awesome. Awesome. That's wonderful. Good. Okay, so and me too, Nicole. This is exactly the type thing that I always had wanted, but never did find anywhere. And this has all that we need. We've got the education, we've got the tools, we've got the learning how to modify behavior, we've got the motivation, we've got it all with Shibboleth, and at a very low ministry price too, which is amazing because most people in this industry is trying to make megabucks off of people. That's why they make them pay monthly or buy food from them. We don't do either of those. Okay, so Ingalls, we're going to click on the list. There's the list. There we go. And look, category 1, egg whites, egg beaters, 96% lean ground beef. Now, when you see egg whites and egg beaters, they're the same thing. So you can really just buy 2 egg whites, okay? So it doesn't have to be egg beaters original. That's just what the person wrote when they put the recipe through, okay? And that's just how that ended up like that. Milk, fat-free Fairlife. And so then it lists out your category 2, fibers, carbs. Don't you just love that? Because then you don't have to question again, because we are trying to get this new information in our head. And we've got so many different ways to see this. Carb Quick. Now, sometimes people will have Carb Quick already at home because I actually purchased that, and we have a starter recipe kit in the store if you wanted to get it. It's got Carb Quick, zero drag MCT oil, and ghee butter, because those are the 3 things that typically are those staples that just sit in your house. And when you go in and you find a recipe that you want to make, you're like, man, I could make that. I have everything except Carb Quick, just because you haven't started buying Carb Quick yet. But you might eventually end up where you've already got that in the house. Okay, Lewis, Healthy Life 35 calorie bread. It could be any category 2 bread. All right, that's just the one that was listed in the recipe. Onions, pinto beans. We got condiments there. We got these cooking oils. Now, see how it has ghee, clarified butter, and ghee butter? It's the same thing. So let's just remove that one. That's how you remove it. You hit the minus. And then let's go. Oh, let's say I already have cinnamon at home. I'm going to remove that. And let's see. Let's say I already have Pam cooking spray at home. I'm going to remove that. All right, I always keep water on my list because I'm always needing to buy water. Parquet butter spray, which you could also use the I can't believe it's not butter. I don't know if that, I don't think that's the same brand, but you could take that off if you want to. And then this one, remember this Max Muscle Pro? That was with that bread pudding recipe. And remember, the bread pudding was coming under a snack. So I guess that's why that ended up there. All right, so if you, once you get here and you've checked this out and you said, oh man, I needed to add turkey crumbles for something. So we can go in, we're going to hit turkey. It's going to take me to the food library. I'm going to find the item and I'm simply going to add it to my list. And then you're customizing your list. Awesome, Dawn. I love that. Connie, I'm glad that you're seeing this feature now. That's awesome. Okay, so let's come down here. I like to buy the, I might not be able just to find them that quick and I'm just going to pick something, but trying to remember it. Oh, Jimmy Dean. I buy lots of things with the word turkey in it. Lots. Okay, I buy these right here. See where I've come to this? Jimmy Dean fully cooked turkey sausage crumbles. If I want to add that to my food library, I don't even have to open it. I mean, if I want to add it to my grocery list, I don't even have to open it. I'm going to click add right there. And just to show you where the grocery list is now, the grocery list is right here. When you're not in Fast Track anymore, because Fast Track's just the education part, okay? When you're not in Fast Track anymore, you're going to find your grocery list in that green button. This is going to be one of your favorite buttons right here. We're going to come down here. It's not grocery store search. That's like, what are all the items at Aldi? What are all the items at Ingles? That's what that is. But we're going to come down here to my grocery lists. I'm going to click on the Ingles list. And it should have added there we go. There's the turkey crumbles and added it under category 4. Okay, so we got that right there. So that's just simply how you add a grocery list item to your list there. Now, let's say I want to print my grocery list. You print it, then you take your little pen and you check those off as you go through the grocery store. But I'm going to show you what I like to do. On my phone, I have saved everything. So I have a Shibboleth folder, and I save shortcuts to all the places that I want to go to in the mobile-friendly website, because the app doesn't have everything the mobile-friendly website does. The apps are expensive to maintain. So is a website, but anyway, we won't go into all that. So I'm going to click on, I have one called My Grocery List. See how it just pulled up my grocery list? Now I'm going to click on Ingles. It just, the one that you're looking at on the screen now is also on my phone. So what I like to do is when I'm in the grocery store, if I have created the grocery list and it's there, once I have put the egg whites in my cart, I hit the minus button and remove it. And then my grocery list gets smaller while I'm at the grocery list, and it helps me focus on what I need next. I love that. So that's what I do from that. And then once you've done that, you come back and check this box. And now you know how to use the recipe library, create a grocery list, and add food items from the food library and the recipe library in your grocery list. Yes, it is cool. Thank you, Connie. I'm going to stop the share right now, but if anybody needs, actually, I might pull it back up based on the answer to this question. Does anybody need to know how to register for the How I Overcame Food Addiction and Lost Weight webinar that's happening in 7 minutes? Does anybody need to know how to register for that? Because it's in that pink online webinars tab in your myshibboleth.com account. If you are on Facebook and you're not a member and you want to watch that, you can go to Travis Martin's Weight Loss Ministry public page and you can watch from there. Jason is the guy who does our challenges. Okay, Nicole, we'll get you there. Does our challenges. He's going to be doing tonight, and it's going to be great. Okay, so once you're logged in, you click right here, Nicole, the pink online webinars tab. And then all the upcoming live broadcasts by any teacher are just going to be listed out right here. And so right here, Wednesday, how I overcame food addiction and lost weight, you simply click the red register here button. Good, Connie's doing the Shibboleth Hot Challenge with Jason. You just click there. When you click register, it takes you directly to the Zoom link. Then you're going to get an immediate email, and you click through that you click through the email to join. Sometimes though, if you're not like a big email person, you don't want to go to the email. If you wait till the very minute that it starts, when you click register here, it says join webinar in progress and it'll take you right there. So that's just a little fun tip. This tab right here are recently recorded videos. So those are things you can go back and watch, like this right here where it says journal videos, and you see where it says the Shibby Show? That's the little morning show that I do Monday through Friday. Around 7:30, 7:40-ish in the mornings it starts, and it's about 15 or so minutes. I can get to talking some mornings though, and it goes a little bit long. And then, but if it says Shibby Show, that's what that is, okay? And then if you want to see my events, you click, good, Connie. I'm glad that when you're awake, you catch it. Click on Kim's events. This is all my events all the way through the month of August. So it lists out every fast track. The other thing I want y'all to know about that I do every Saturday, not just August 7th, that's just the one I pulled up. Every Saturday at noon, we do a weekly accountability meeting online. This is really great for those of you who can't make it to an in-person class in Kennesaw, which honestly is most of our membership, okay? So we would absolutely love for you to join us online, and this will see each other. We talk, we see each other. We have breakout groups and sessions, so we'd love for you to come there. And then I hope that helped you find that, Nicole. If you want to see Jason's events, they're always listed there. Travis's events are listed there, and Dr. Jim's events are listed there. So this is a pretty cool tab, the online webinars. And if you're ever looking for something in person, you can click the upcoming events. Oh yes, Nicole, everything is recorded, and then it's put in that recently recorded, or it's also housed in the video library too. Yep. So if you come up here to upcoming events, you're welcome. And then click on in-person events and then click filter. It will show you the in-person events that are coming up. And what I try to do is I try to change the image each month so we can kind of see that's by month and so forth. So those are in-person classes. All right. Well, I'm going to hop off because that'll give you time to go to the restroom, because you're drinking lots of water. And if you're going to sit and watch another webinar, you might need that little break. Oh yeah, Julie's awesome. Yep, she teaches for us on Thursday mornings occasionally, actually quite often, in person in class, and she does some great challenges too. Yes, Dawn, it's awesome. Thank y'all for being here with me tonight. If you don't have a membership, www.shibbolethdeals.com, and it's $69 right now until that runs out. Once we get down to no memberships left at that price, it goes to $99 for the year, which is still amazing. Okay, bye everybody. Thank you, Michelle Harper.